St Pat's Mackay are out on the field. Of course, they are unofficially the home side here today. Referee for this one, Connor Wilson. And St Pat's will be in that Roosters strip. And Palm Beach Currumbin in their traditional red and white strip, predominantly red. It'll be St Pat's running left to right of screen. They defeated Currumbin in the Payne Cup Grand Final and Emmaus in the Dolphins Cup Grand Final. The 2023 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. St Pat's taking on Palm Beach Currumbin. And we're underway. St Pat's Mackay kicking off. It's a huge kick. Oh my goodness. That's almost gone all the way to Charters Towers.
Well, it just shows you what nerves can do, and the big occasion, slight trailing breeze there, put out over the dead ball line. That'll be a great chance now for Palm Beach Currumbin. Penalty right on the halfway line. They can go straight on the attack, and a good start can often set a scene for match leaders. And would you believe it, nerves are playing parts in both sides. One puts it out on the full when they shouldn't have. The next one was supposed to put it out, and they didn't. Anything could happen today.
Unbelievable. Bailey Anderson read that well. Here's Diesel Costigan, and clutching at the leg. He's a key leader in this St Pat's outfit, Costigan. And boy, oh boy, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Out on the full from the kickoff. And then the ensuing kick for touch doesn't find touch. Unbelievable. St Pat's get away with one.
Costigan in a lot of trouble. He's hobbling off the field. That's bad luck here for St Pat's if they've lost the number 11 this early. So hope he recovers.
Xavier Kerrisk, Cowboys contracted number 9, 39 metres out. So they come back to Jackson Purdue with the kick. And well taken by Palm Beach Currumbin there, and Credence Donovan. Tackled there by both Cohen Jackson and Kane Smith from St Pat's.
Yeah, they're defining moments, Drew, especially in the big games. You've got to go up and take those. A drop ball there can turn the tables. Palm Beach Currumbin in possession. Let's see if we get a bit of footy being played and things settle down.
Of course, the winner of this one to take on the winner of the Peter Mulholland Cup being played at the moment, I believe, David, right in New South Wales?
Yes, it is. Westfield Sports High are playing Patrician Brothers Blacktown. The halftime score in that game, Patrician Brothers 13 up against Westfield 6. So we'll give you a full-time score a little bit later in the game. And that'll be the opponents from the winner today in the NRL National Schoolboy title down in Sydney on the 13th of September.
That was Balin Donald, and now the kick from Zane Harrison. It's a high one. St Pat's under a bit of pressure here. What a kick. That was perfect. And even better was the chase there by Jack Finnegan.
We've had two shocking kicks early in the match, and this one flips the scales to perfect. Harrison launches this. It comes down 1 metre from the try line. Cummin does well to set himself under it, but he was really at odds then with getting out. The defence or the chase comes through beautifully. On the back foot, Patrician St Pat's early in the piece.
So Palm Beach Currumbin, Brady Turner. And here they go through Isaac Harrison here. Defeated Ipswich, as we mentioned, that Allan Langer Trophy final to qualify for the Phil Hall Cup. Yet another Phil Hall Cup for Palm Beach Currumbin. Here's Balin Donald. He's the son of Gillaroos women's Australian coach, Brad Donald. Short side here to Sam Stevenson. Gee, was impressive in that Allan Langer Trophy final.
Hard to handle.
Titans contracted as well. Back towards the middle. Harrison drifting across, finds Jake Lateo. 3 St Pat's Mackay players in the tackle. They're having to defend off their own line early. Here's St Pat's under a bit of pressure. Plenty of time and space as Harrison just pops it up beautifully. They got to it first there, Palm Beach Currumbin. And what's going to be the call here? St Pat's have got their hands on the footy, but are they in the field of play, or was there a knock on there?
No, he's going to be forced back into the in-goal area. So, again, a perfect kick here by Harrison. This is pinpoint. Just again forces the defender to jump from the field of play. And then hustling, bustling defence to force him back in the in-goal area.
And as you mentioned, both of Harrison's kicks early have been pinpoint, haven't they? And both have yielded dropouts.
Yeah, it's one of his great traits. Is young Zane Harrison, his kicking game. Well, that was almost perfection. Can you keep it going? You can't keep perfection going, but he's certainly got off on the right foot.
Titans contracted is Zane Harrison. That was Brady Turner. Here's Harrison. And now finding the number 18, starting front rower, Jalen Tawa. He's been enormous for Palm Beach Currumbin in these lead-up games. And now Saunders. He's contracted to the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. 4 metres away, Tawa feeding Isaac Harrison, who'll have a run himself. Hayden Cumming there in the tackle alongside, looked like it was Cohen Jackson. Now Harrison, quick hands, Palm Beach Currumbin! And it was on from Plogsma. And was that Karma who couldn't quite hold the footy? It was. And David, you suspect if he catches that, he might just have had the opening try.
Yeah, the build-up on the inside was very good. They sacrificed a tackle in the middle of the ruck there by Isaac Harrison, but then it goes to the halfback on that right-hand side. They had Karma in a bit of gap, but he just couldn't handle. It was all happening in a split second, so they've hung on, St Pat's, when they were in quite a bit of trouble. They've done well to get out of there without conceding a point.
And a nice roll on in this set, St Pat's Mackay. They finally get a bit of breathing space here. Kane Smith, he's Cowboys contracted. And now the inside ball from Purdue. St Pat's Mackay, he finds Will Shears. Cowboys contracted is Shears. They come back here to Purdue for the kick. They've got some numbers here on this left side for St Pat's. And ball just off the hands there of Hunter Harris.
Knocked on there by Palm Beach Currumbin. No, it was knocked on initially by St Pat's. So a chance here now for Palm Beach Currumbin to get back down the other end. Both sides just a little bit, well, they're not taking all their chances. Here's the kick. And it was knocked forward by St Pat's in this action. The ref was going to play on there. It's come off the hand. No doubt about that, off Harris's hand. The second knock on doesn't count anymore. We'll go back and restart it with Palm Beach Currumbin. Here they come, straight up the middle.
Yeah, Saunders taking off. He's got support on the outside in Donovan. Did well, Saunders. Shears, an important tackle, 20 metres away. Palm Beach Currumbin enjoying the better of the early exchanges. Lateo, 10 away, centre of the field. Saunders comes back towards the broadcast side. Little dummy there from McConnell. Purdue claiming him. Saunders, it'll kick him behind, and it was well dealt with by St Pat's. Bit of a juggle by Kane Smith, could have taken that, but Cumming was there, and St Pat's are now away. Out of trouble, at least for now.
Well done by the fullback, Hayden Cumming. He did that a couple of times 2 weeks ago in their big Aaron Payne Cup final, where he cleaned up at the back. He got in there, he picked up a couple of short grubber kicks. He positions himself well, and he's a just-in-time sweeper. He did it very well. There's the little grubber kick, and have a look at Cumming just get in there. That was urgency, which he wasn't his ball, but he was on the spot when needed.
St Pat's.
Interesting kick. That was a stabbing kick downfield. That's when he really should be trying to put it in behind the fullback, not to let him get it on the first bounce.
Credence Donovan. Enjoying the better territory, but St Pat's getting to their kick in that last set. There's both sides just in a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. Early exchanges, bit of a chess match. Here's Sonny Karma coming in off his wing into St Pat's territory. Off the right foot, here goes Zane Harrison. Bailey Ven's there over the top, and Finnegan now. Another Titans contracted play. This is the last. And Finnegan's earned his side a penalty. Just the marker there, Harrison Considine, not square.
Good to go out.
And just perhaps he got a touch on the football with his leg as well.
Yeah, didn't clear the ruck properly, and this is a great opportunity. That was the last tackle play too. This is a terrific chance for Palm Beach Currumbin.
Tawa.
It's fine.
Let's have a look again at the replay. This run here from Harrison. We'll stick with the live play here, and Palm Beach Currumbin's Brady Turner. Now they come back towards the middle. Again, it's Tawa.
There's the error to play the ball.
Hold, go, 3.
Now Saunders, which way will he go? Comes to his halfback, Harrison. On the inside, McConnell. He'll be hard to stop from here. Bailey McConnell goes straight direct. And only had eyes for the try line, and Palm Beach Currumbin, they strike first in the grand final.
I like the way these two halves team up. Harrison this time just went left-hand side and turned McConnell back on the inside, created a gaping hole. Have a look at Harrison, number 7. Nice wide pass that already stretches the defence. One dummy run on the inside, second dummy run, a wrong foot's the defence, and McConnell hit the accelerator, went between two desperate defenders. But they do team up well, the two halves. A lot of halves play left and right these days and don't often get to run in sync like that. But these two do. They set up a great try in the Langer Trophy final a few weeks ago with some beautiful crisp passing that was so necessary to get the player in the corner. But that one was a little bit different. Creative work by Harrison. You go across to the left. The defence started to go with him. One dummy runner held the defender on the inside, but the second dummy runner followed Harrison. And that's why the gap opened up, because McConnell went back down the middle. He knew there was a bit of space, and he hit the accelerator with a bit of a step to go with it. Very good try.
And that penalty on the last tackle of that set prior, David, proving costly for St Pat's Mackay.
Massive call, and really you've got to clear the ruck there. That's the last thing you want to do, is give away back-to-back sets.
So here's Zane Harrison. Of course, his predecessor, Thomas Weaver, made his NRL debut for the Gold Coast Titans on the weekend. As you heard from David Wright earlier, a number of former Palm Beach Currumbin halves running around the NRL the last couple of weeks. So Palm Beach Currumbin leads 6 points to nil. We have another look at this McConnell try.
The dummy runner by his brother, the number 13, Harrison, created the extra bit of space, and then McConnell just took it. You could see when he realised the defence had opened up, he hit the accelerator, and he was going to make sure the defenders really had to react quickly. They couldn't do it quickly enough. It's a good start by Palm Beach Currumbin.
So 6-0. Brady Turner. He's tall, he's strong, he's athletic.
Hold.
Short side here, Palm Beach, Currumbin, Donovan.
He's quick, Donovan. If he gets away, you won't see him for dust.
Now Isaac Harrison.
Go, 3.
Again, Turner.
Square.
40 away, Saunders now. Just a nice little short ball for Jalen Tawa. Spinning around, thought about the offload, still going. Proving evasive here with plenty of time, it seems, as well. Brady Turner got away from another attempted tackle. That time was the number 17 from St Pat's. And now 20 away. So Zane Harrison looking for karma. And fortunately for St Pat's, they finally get some football. Well judged there from Hunter Harris, who made the leap and took the catch cleanly.
Yeah, they need to really work their way out of here now. They've been missing a few tackles. Got another man down, Tawa, they hurt his shoulder just in that action. Here's the work now coming up out of their own territory. And bottom right is live, and they bring it back out of there. It's important. They've been under a bit of pressure. They need to apply a bit themselves. A terrific attacking side, St Pat's. Their defence has been strong too, but it wasn't very good then earlier in those ruck plays by Palm Beach Currumbin.
The kick comes in again, and Mateo, a little knock backwards, but all is well that ends well. Puts on a step, and still going, Lateo.
They want to tighten up their defence. They've been split in the middle a couple of times, and now on the outside.
Touches come in.
Another an injured player. Tawa went down with a shoulder injury a little bit earlier, and that may be the problem. There he is. He reached out for a tackle. It was the right shoulder. And St Pat's had a man go down early, Costigan, the number 11. He was hobbling off. Let's have a look at it. Straight there, just reaching out. Sometimes that can just pop a shoulder, pop an AC joint.
It's pretty innocuous, really, wasn't it?
It wasn't like, just sometimes you can get in that awkward stretch position, and then when you hit the ground, you can pop that, that bone that just, well, it's the end of the collarbone and the scapula, the shoulder blade. Been out for quite a while as well. What a magnificent facility they've got to play this game at Drury Queensland Country Back Stadium up here in Townsville. Beautiful day for a bit of a breeze, which maybe is easing the temperature somewhat, but bad luck here for Tewa. He's been assisted from the field. That's not a good sign. And it may match. I don't know that Costigan came back on either from St Pat's.
So play resumes here. Palm Beach Currumbin 6-0 they lead. You're watching the 2023 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. Of course, the great Phil Hall. He was awarded life membership of the Australian Secondary Schools Rugby League in 2007. He's been involved in schoolboys rugby league going all the way back to 1978. He's an ornament of the game. And of course, in 2016, the competition was renamed to the Phil Hall Cup, and no doubt he'll be watching on here today. And the great man Phil Hall, wonderful to see the competition named after him, David. Of course, it's a prestigious rugby league tournament when it comes to Queensland schoolboys football.
Absolutely, and he's dedicated, 45 years as Phil Hall in the school system to promote and organise rugby league. We talk about this being the pathways. This has come a long way from the days when Phil Hall started to really promote rugby league within and organise and manage it within the Queensland schoolboy state secondary school system. And he's done extremely well. He was one of the trailblazers. There wasn't any paths then. He was out there blazing trails.
There's not many that have a resume to match yours, David Wright, but Phil Hall's one of them.
Yeah, he's got me covered there. All I can do is play a little bit of schoolboy footy and enjoy it now.
Oh! Well, first of all, he's had a 40-20. Second of all, did Karma touch it? What a kick. This time the kick was on point from St Pat's to finish their set.
What a critical one too.
I think it was a 40-20, David.
Well, he's inside his 40 there. And I think it ended up being touched by Karma. There was a little bit of indecision here. Wasn't sure what to do with it. Is that Donovan? Here comes St Pat's. They have got some really good attack. Let's see what their halves can do.
So their first real chance attacking in the red zone of Palm Beach, Currumbin, St Pat's. Here's Tyler Shandyman.
Carrying on with the tackle. Ripping it out, I think, was the action. Yeah, pulling it out. So here's another chance. Not quite back-to-back sixes, but it's a good chance to keep the attack going. As I said, St Pat's, here we are. This is the replay. You'd steal and rip the ball out in that situation. Let's have a look.
So Shanderman again. Oh, a little knock on Butterfingers there from Bailey Vans. Had a full set up their sleeve. That one's got to hurt. Still plenty of time, of course. It was the first real chance St Pat's have had up this end of the field. David, they'd worked hard to get there off the back of the 40-20, and that's disappointing for St Pat's Mackay.
Very disappointing. There wasn't a lot of pressure on. Perhaps he just looked away momentarily. You've got to let the ball come to you. Not a good pass from that particular attempt to pick it up. So maybe the pass itself was a problem for him. But that's costly. Very, very costly.
Yeah, you've got to catch those. Palm Beach, Currumbin.
You've also got to just take your opportunities. That is as good a chance as you were going to get St Pat's. I was going to say they scored 5 tries in that game a couple of weeks ago in the first half. They can put on points, but you've got to camp down that end for a while to really build a bit of pressure against the good sides.
Yeah, on now is Jet Jackson replacing Jalen Tewa. I suspect he might be gone for the game, Tewa, so Jet Jackson to play a big role. Here's Balin Donald on the left side for Palm Beach, Currumbin. Jackson again, he's contracted to Manly Warringah Seagulls. Plays it on the 20. Last play here, McConnell the try scorer, Harrison, that's Zane. Quick hands by Puru, who's on. Knock on by Plogsma, St Pat's Mackay footy.
Harris did well to come in. There was an extra man, but he really pressurised the right centre, forced an attempted quick pass, went to ground even though there was an overlap. So well done, St Pat's. They're hanging in there. They trailed the main by 6 points to 0. They haven't had a lot of attack ball. They just need to control a bit of possession themselves and build opportunities.
And they've showed glimpses themselves as to why they're so successful. You're right, David, they're hanging in there. They certainly have the attacking game to go with Palm Beach Currumbin, don't they?
Yeah, they're not going to go away. They've had a couple of big wins in the lead up to these matches too. Interesting enough, Palm Beach Currumbin, they've only had pretty narrow margins. They had a 2-point margin and one of their wins a 4-point margin. So they don't blow sides off the park necessarily. They're capable of it. But these guys can also score their share of points. St Pat's Mackay.
So Kerrisk rather to Ven's, high kick and a knock on by St Pat's. But again, they're getting to the football first in those high kick situations. Reece Morris it was, Roddy. It seems like every time there's a high kick, St Pat's are getting to it first. Here's Puru. He's one to watch, Ray Puru. And he's away. He's a speedster as well with support. Puru still going.
He was the man of the match last week, came off the bench as he has done just here and was man of the match playing fullback. He's a gun young kid.
And they brought him on earlier this week too, David. Here's Sonny Karma.
You can see why. That was a great run.
So Karma and Palm Beach Currumbin, just like that inside the 20, make that inside the 10, Zane Harrison.
St Pat's have got a hold here.
7 away, Jackson. Jackson could score here and he will. So Jet Jackson, a little left arm palm off the defender, and he had too much will, desire and determination, but it all started with this man, Ray Puru.
What an effort too. He's taken the tap from midfield and gone to the right-hand side to get away from everybody. Steps back on the inside of Cumming as well. Good quick play, the ball keeps the pressure on, and that's what good sides do. They attack the try line in those situations. And Jet Jackson coming on fresh, only been on for about 5 minutes, steps back on the inside, had plenty of power and drive in the legs as well, had a bit of a left-hand fend going. He was very determined. I remember years ago, Drury, I went down to do a guest session as a coach for a grand final. There was this big strapping young guy there, played front row. I said, mate, how many tries have you scored this year? He said, none. I said, well, mate, you're not trying, you've got to have intent. And that's what Jet Jackson had there. He was very, very determined to get across that line. Sometimes players aren't necessarily trying to score. They think they are, but they're really not going for the line. And Jackson epitomised that then. Nice step to wrong foot some defence and then powered forward, left-hand fend, and then fought hard to get the ball right on the line. But that all started with Peru. What a run. So many times, even in the NRL, they take that tap from the 20-metre line and the defence shuts them down. But Peru was able to go around all of them and go on with the job to set up this play.
Jet Jackson's been good since coming on the field as well. Zane Harrison, one of 2 Harrison twins in this Palm Beach Currumbin side. 19 metres out and the kick. He's missed it, he's pulled it across the face of goal, so unsuccessful. But Palm Beach Currumbin, what a start. They lead 10-0 over St Pat's Mackay in the 2023 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final.
Yeah, Ian Skiffalidi, the coach, would not be happy initially for letting Peru have that much latitude. You can't let the fancy footers have that much latitude. He basically picked up 50 metres and then Jackson down the middle of the ruck. He really shouldn't have scored that. But to his credit, he did. The defence was nowhere near as strong as it needed to be. Will that click them back into gear, St Pat's?
David Wright joining us in the commentary box. Is that a knock-on? Yes, it is.
This is what you've got to do. You've got to change tempo. You've got to force some errors. You've got to lift your own game. You would think the discussion down the other end of the park then after conceding 2 tries, and especially one straight up the middle of your ruck, it's classed as a knock-on. I'll go with that. But this is a terrific chance for St Pat's. As I said, I've seen them attack really well, particularly off the back of Purdue and the number 7. He's a really good player, Queensland schoolboy. Can he create something here?
Well, this is the chance they've been waiting for, St Pat's Mackay. Vens, and out the back they're coming now, Tenzin Contour. And Contour, 8 metres away, now going himself, Reece Morris. Only a metre away, St Pat's Mackay, Smith, and via the halfback Purdue, and now out to Bailey Anderson.
Great defence.
There she is, metre or so away. And Purdue now to the lock forward in Smith. Tackle around the legs by Zane Harrison. Finnegan also there defensively for Palm Beach Currumbin. 9 away, a little jink one way, goes the other to Xavier Kerris. He goes straight, but caught some players offside. Smart play by the hooker.
Now they get 3 in a row now to go on the attack again. Good defence so far by Palm Beach Currumbin, but it gets harder as the tackles mount up.
Intelligent play there. Darcy Daly. Also on the field, Hudson Clark for St Pat's Mackay. Daly to play it a few metres away. Kerrisk, Vens, and tough one there. The ball spilt loose. Another error attacking Palm Beach Currumbin's try line by St Pat's, just when they were looking likely, David Wright.
Yeah, pass just too hard by Purdue. Straight runner. I think it might have been Considine. But Palm Beach Currumbin, to their credit, they had to tackle probably at least a dozen tackles. Here's the pass ultimately through the hands of Vens up there to Purdue. That one was just a little bit too hard, in traffic as well. And that's allowed Palm Beach Currumbin to withstand a bit of attack. It wasn't super threatening, albeit they got very close. And Palm Beach Currumbin, their aim now is to get it out of here without an error.
That was Sam Stevenson. Palm Beach Currumbin, Karma, and referee has ruled that Sonny Karma has lost that ball.
There have been a few chances that Palm Beach Currumbin have had. Here comes another one. You've got to start taking them. They're 10 points down, as we can see. And this is a good area to do it in. Let's have a look. Karma gets up to play it. And, yeah, just didn't control it.
Looks to be the correct call.
Yep. And let's see if St Pat's now can put it together. They haven't really stretched Palm Beach's defence.
How important is this set of 6, David, in the context of this game?
Yeah, 5 minutes up to half time. It's very, very important. Sure, if you can get points on, yes, but at the very least, keep the pressure on.
Contour. And here's Clark, Hudson Clark, just dishing off to Morris. Kerris to Smith, and now they've set out the back, coming, little double pump, still going is coming. Donald was there defensively for Palm Beach Currumbin. Stevenson also in the tackle. Tricky one there for Purdue, but he did okay. And now Darcy Daly inside the 10. And they got numbers here to the outer side. A dummy by Bailey Vents. Strong tackle though, Zane Harrison. He was going nowhere on Harrison's watch. Here comes the kick from Purdue, cross field, and they couldn't handle Palm Beach Currumbin, and Will Shears emerges with it.
Referee spotted a knock on. Well, at least they asked the question. They couldn't handle that high ball. A couple of times, Drew, they've done it. You mentioned it before. They're getting to that high ball first, but unless you can take a grip on it, you're better off knocking it back and giving your own players a chance. The ball just being dragged forward there. That was just a...
sorry, David, double knock on the call. No, he's...
No.
Gee, I thought maybe it was a double knock on first against Palm Beach Currumbin. Of course, referee doesn't have the benefit of the replay like we do.
No, he's focused on that knock on by St Pat's.
Number 17 is on for Palm Beach Currumbin. Ethan Schultz, who played 45 out. Now Harrison allowed to run to the line.
Bit of latitude being given to Palm Beach Currumbin. They're making some good territory.
They certainly are. And now Finnegan, right edge second rower.
And good at it too. Can bust a line.
Yep, Jack Finnegan tightens contracted. Here's Zane Harrison now. So he'll kick 29 away. Contested ball. Oh, the St Pat's player slipped, but well judged. Well read there by Will Shears. He anticipated well.
And we've said before the importance of getting those high balls can turn a game. So let's see if they can work it out of here again. St Pat's don't think they've really clicked yet. A couple of times they've got on the outside and could have created more opportunities, I think, with some further passing.
Is a good opportunity. Purdue with a nice run, offloaded away there to Cumming, who found Darcy Daly. You're right, they haven't really just found their groove yet, have they, St. Pat's? But despite that, they're showing some promising signs.
Yeah, they'll get it into gear, I'm sure. I've seen them play some really good footy, but I do think they've got to get it to the flanks a little bit more.
So Purdue, what's he going to do with this kick? He goes high, perhaps a little too deep for his chasers. Donovan was ready and waiting. A little bit of a goose step. And he's tackled by Morris, 10 out from his own try line. 10 points to 0. As we approach the shadows of half-time, crucial period for both sides. Sonny Karma.
Making hard breaks, Palm Beach Currumbin. There's the half-time hooter.
Well, there you go. So that's crept up on us, hasn't it? Half-time here in the Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. And probably hasn't been as clinical a half as St. Pat's would have liked from their perspective in terms of execution, but they're still in the game despite Palm Beach Currumbin's 2 tries. The try scorers Bailey McConnell and also Jet Jackson for Palm Beach Currumbin. The 1 conversion from Zane Harrison at halftime. Palm Beach Currumbin leads St. Pat's Mackay 10 points to 0. Welcome back to the 2023 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final from Queensland Country Bank Stadium. 10-0 at half-time. Leading the way is Palm Beach Currumbin. Here are the first half tries.
Yeah, the 2 halves link up nicely here. Harrison turns it back on the inside to McConnell and he hits the afterburners to go through 2 players, leaves them on the ground. Have a look at this for a run by Peru. From the 20-metre tap, goes all the way on the outside, uses his pace then to scoot away. About a 40-metre run from an ensuing play the ball soon after that. Big Jackson gets the ball. Jet Jackson fresh on the field. And he uses that freshness to surge straight down the middle. So 2 tries pretty much down the middle of the park.
So play underway for the second half. St. Pat's will start with it. That was Darcy Daly. They trail by 10, of course, St. Pat's Mackay. Winners of the 2023 Aaron Payne Cup. And they won that qualifier against the Dolphins Cup winners, Emmaus, to be here in the Phil Hall Cup Grand Final today. Their opponents, Palm Beach Currumbin, winners of the Alan Langer Trophy, defeating the champs at the time, Ipswich State High School. And of course, the winner of this one, David, to play the winner of the Peter Mulholland Cup in the NRL National Schoolboys Cup on September 13. Now, we do have some developments in the New South Wales equivalent that was played earlier today.
Yeah, the game between Westfield Sports High and also Patrician Brothers Blacktown. Patrician Brothers Blacktown led 13-6 at halftime. Let's just make sure we've got some action going here. But then just quickly, Westfield High have won that game 18 points to 17 in a cliffhanger. So they'll be the side that represents New South Wales in the NRL Schoolboys Cup in 2 weeks' time to play the winner of this game.
So Westfield, the winner.
Westfield,
by
the winner.
The barest of margins, and I understand that was a match-winning try and conversion on the last play of the game.
Yeah, one of the attempted tries, the ball got knocked out. A penalty came from that, and off the back of the penalty, they scored the winning try. So, sensational cliffhanger down south. Westfield Sports High, the successful Peter Mulholland champions, the best team in New South Wales.
Of course, the late Peter Mulholland, what a great man he was. He was a first-grade NRL coach, but also an esteemed recruiter for a number of NRL clubs. As we see the kick come down and coming from St. Pat's, he'll get tackled 5 out from his own line.
And did a lot of coaching in schoolboy footy in
St. Greg's College,
St. Greg's, yeah, Peter Sterling's, yeah, all those guys. So he did some great work there. And it's really proper that the competition should be named after Peter Mulholland, who sadly passed a couple of years ago with a battle with cancer.
And a wonderful person as well, Roddy. I had the pleasure of working with him.
Yep.
Very early in my career. A wonderful, wonderful person as well.
Held in the highest regard in all facets of the game, and he did a lot. He also coached in France as well. That's an important kick here, this one for St. Pat's. That was deemed to be intentionally bumped in the play the ball. Here's St. Pat's chance. Let's see if they can click. I don't think they've really clicked in their attack hasn't clicked. And I think the way to get Palm Beach Currumbin is right out on the far edges. Good chance for them here.
39 away. And just losing his footing was Kane Smith. Darcy Daly it was earlier, and here he is again, Daly. Second carry of the set. There's Kerrisk. And now Purdue. And quick hands from Cumming, and a tap on from Shears, just a little behind that of Bailey Anderson, who had to clean up.
He's a flyer, Anderson too, signed with the Storm. So they're the guys I think they've got to get the ball to on the fly.
Crossfield kick, the intended target there. Hunter Harris, bouncing ball. It'll beat them all into touch.
Yeah, Palm Beach Currumbin are going to get it.
Drury Forbes alongside David Wright in the commentary box. Of course, Righty, former Australian Test front rower. And you won a Challenge Cup with the Warrington Wolves against the Featherston Rovers. I believe it was 1974. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Very close, mate. Very close. Coming up to 50 years, actually. We've got a big reunion next year. There's the ball going into touch.
It was 74, wasn't it?
It was 74, mate. It was 74. Long time
and of course,
ago.
A former Wavell State High School student yourself who play in the Unalanger Trophy, amongst other schoolboy competitions, and you're named, Righty, in the 60th anniversary Wavell team as well.
They picked the best side from Wavell in that time. Some very, very good players played out of Wavell, as they have done out of all these schools over the years.
Inside ball here from Harrison to Puru. Trouble for St Pat's. Puru with the offload away to the other Harrison, Isaac Harrison.
What a tackle.
And now Palm Beach Currumbin, did they go early, the St Pat's? It's play on. Donald with a dummy. And Balin Donald. He goes bang for Palm Beach Currumbin. They've got the first try of the second half.
Talk about a touch of brilliance, can spark it all. Peru up the middle of the field this time. He was the one who really put him on the back foot. So Palm Beach Currumbin in good position. But have a look at the number 14. Just lurking there at the back of the ruck. Pass back on the inside by Harrison. Straight through the gap, skips away. This is the second time in this game of one of his runs a try has eventuated. They take the tackle, that's fine. They go again. And there's that long pass out there. And then Donald realising if I run hard and straight, the defence is, in tatters after that break by Peru. But a touch of brilliance can spark it all. We think of Reece Walsh and what he has done to spark the Broncos, and by that I mean spark players around him. Well, Peru has done 2 touches of brilliance. One to precede the second try when he took the 20-metre tap and bolted up 40 or 50 metres, and then again straight up the middle of the ruck this time. Beautiful pass back on the inside by Harrison.
14 points to nil. See there the ball right on the 20. 10 in from touch. And Zane Harrison adds the extras. So now 16 points to nil in favour of Palm Beach Currumbin as we take a look at this try again. And again, Puru highly involved in the outcome. A favourable outcome for his team. Yeah,
beautiful work. The little pass back on the inside. Look at the balance he's got. The back up there by Harrison. That's Isaac Harrison. Then look at there's only one player defending right of the uprights. Get it out there to Donald. He could have offloaded if he needed to, but safety first, go for the try line, and that's 3 tries on the trot. St Pat's will do well to chase them down from here, but as we've seen, there was a turnaround in the Peter Mulholland Cup game only an hour or so ago, so it can be done. Good charging run there by Stevenson.
And earlier today, congratulations to Mabel Park. They won their first ever NRL National Schoolgirls Cup Grand Final, defeating Currumbin 38 points to nil.
Yeah, they best side in Queensland to now go on and play the best side in New South Wales as well. And that'll be for the first time, Drury, that there's been a girls in a National Rugby League Schoolgirls Cup final. So a great opportunity. And didn't they play well too, Mabel Park? I thought they had the whole thing working on the day, defence and attack. 38-0.
Yeah, marvellous performance. Huge from them. Congratulations to Mabel Park. In this one, the 2023 Phil Hall Cup decider. It's Palm Beach Currumbin leading 16-0. St Pat's Mackay still looking for their first points. Second half action here. The fullback chiming in, Hayden Cumming. And Shears back towards the middle of Purdue and now Kane Smith. So they won't get a better opportunity than they have right here, right now. St Pat's Mackay. Last tackle. Out to Venz through the hands and a little drop ball there from Tenzin Contour. Anticlimactic end to their set of 6.
Yeah, it was almost a second thought when he tried to drop it on his foot and kick it. You really need to have your clear mind going then. You haven't got a lot of time or space. He takes the line on and then at the last, well, a bit of a fumble. So a bit of pressure coming up. Good defence by Palm Beach Currumbin. They've attacked well, as we've said, but their defence has been strong also and have given 0 opportunities to St Pat's. This is what they're good at. They carry on with quick play the balls, another chance.
And slicing through the hookup, did well to get the pass away there. Saunders to Zane Harrison. Wonderful play from Will Saunders.
Can they go on with it again now once they've got him on the back foot?
Karma to Puru. Puru dancing, prancing, gets the pass away. Schultz. Quick play the ball, Puru. They're going to get a penalty here, Palm Beach Currumbin. And not a bad penalty to give away, David, because Puru was lurking. He could smell another try.
Yeah, he's very, very dangerous, as we've seen. We've seen some... Keanu Kenny was the fullback for Palm Beach Currumbin last year, and he had a similar running game. He's made his debut this year for the Titans a couple of games. So
Balin Donald, sorry, righty. Gee, I thought he was going to cross for a second there. The ball's come loose.
Stripping action in the tackle, at least 2 players in there. Another chance for Palm Beach Currumbin. But they've had some great halfbacks, as we mentioned earlier, but a couple of terrific fullbacks coming through, and Peru looks to be as good as any.
Cameron Bevan almost spinning his way over the try line. Saunders. Peru. Oh, boy, he got a touch to that, did Plogsma, but that was going straight to Carmo. If Plogsma stays out of it, I know it's easier said than done, but if Plogsma stays out of that, it goes straight to Karma, right on the button for a try. Let's take a look how all this unfolded. It's all started with Will Saunders.
Yeah, good work, Saunders. Back up by the little halfback in Harrison, and then Peru. He loves lurking in midfield. Donald comes back on the inside, loses, or has the ball stolen there. And they go on with the job. Couldn't get it out wide to the hands, and a penalty here going to St Pat's. This game isn't over yet. There's still 20 minutes to go. If St Pat's can sneak a try in, they haven't looked like scoring, I must admit. They've been very fortunate there, pushing their luck with that touch finder. This will give them a chance. And the organiser, the captain, Jackson Purdue, he'll need to take control and see if they can get 1 try back to start.
Coming. Contour. Need to be the next to score. St Pat's Mackay goes without saying. You get the feeling, though, with their attacking game, if they nab 1, they might just see another try or 2 follow. Centre of the park, 3 metres away, played by Kerrisk. Here they come, Purdue, short ball. Cohen Jackson. So Kerrisk. Looping pass to Purdue. He'll get caught with it, the halfback. Jet Jackson over the top, 8 metres away. So this will be the last. They'll come to Venz, crossfield kick. And, oh, beautiful take by Credence Donovan. I don't know about you, Roddy. I've been really impressed with this winger in Credence Donovan.
Yeah, very good player. Took the ball under pressure there. He's also got plenty of pace to go with it. Those high kicks have been defining today. The ones that secure like that can make a huge difference. There's been a few that have been knocked on, and there's been a change in possession. So important to take those high balls, and Donovan did it well.
Ethan Schultz on the 40. Palm Beach Currumbin with a 16-point lead here in the Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. That's Sam Stevenson on the 50-metre line. Beautiful conditions here at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Coming. Coming, tackled on play number 1, 38 out, St Pat's Mackay. Here's the winger in Bailey Anderson. Couple couple of metres short of halfway to the other winger in Hunter Harris. As Xavier Kerisk goes himself, Cowboys contracted youngster, 33 away. Shanderman. Tyler Shanderman now, strong run, bullocking run. Kerisk on now to Smith and Purdue. He kicked it, but it went straight to the Palm Beach Currumbin player. And 28 out from their own line. It was well read there from the 5'8" McConnell.
Well, they haven't played particularly well, St Pat's, but they've been pressurised by Palm Beach Currumbin. They've been very good. They've scored their 3 tries, yes, but their defence has been really strong. They haven't been threatened on many occasions at all. They've been, dare I say, comfortably being able to handle the attack from St Pat's. They can do better, I think, St Pat's, but they haven't been allowed to by some very good Palm Beach Currumbin defence. I know Coach Tim McCann emphasises the importance of just building pressure, withstanding pressure and building pressure. And that's their belief in how to win big matches. And they've certainly given them the upper hand thus far. I've been impressed. Both sides of the ball. They haven't won games by huge margins of late, so St Pat's, if they get back in it, they'll have them thinking.
Little double pump there from Purdue. Early ball to Bailey Anderson. They might just get a crack at Palm Beach Currumbin towards the back end of this set of 6 St Pat's Mackay.
They'll move it around a bit. I think that's the key for them. They tend to go forward, I think, a couple of too many times.
This man's been pretty good for them today, Tyler Shanderman. Purdue coming. Runs straight at McConnell, who again up to the task defensively, the 5'8" for Palm Beach Currumbin. Purdue again. They've had all the answers, Palm Beach Currumbin, defensively. You cannot deny them that.
The red wall's been up.
Cohen Jackson. And now to the centre on the last again. What can St Pat's come up with here? And well taken in the air and the offload away from Harris. Again, just the kick not quite to advantage. David, the winger, just had to probably just halt his momentum. He did still take the catch, but probably needed a bit more purchase on the kick on that occasion.
Yeah, once he took it, then he had to keep it alive as well because it was the last tackle play. But good desperation by Palm Beach Currumbin to get on that loose ball. Peru again making a bit of a dance of it. He certainly is a good mover.
Over the advantage line, Stevenson. Sam Stevenson, another player who's been super impressive. We mentioned Credence Donovan earlier. Brady Turner. Turner saving his best for last in this grand final. He's been outstanding as well. As has this youngster, Zane Harrison. Finds the turf with the kick and just goes dead. So it'll come out to the 20. And a game of inches, there wasn't a lot in that, but St Pat's will take it.
Yeah, they did one thing right there, and that was find the turf, as you said, Drury. The ball got into a bit of space, but it just bounced on for him. He was wanting it to pop up. Instead, St Pat's get out of their own corner, out of their own pocket. And let's see if they can start to zing it around a bit. I think they've been a little bit predictable.
That was Contour just prior to the 40. And now Bailey Anderson. They'd love to get him more involved. Bailey Anderson, as you mentioned, David Storm contracted, the number 2 for St Pat's Mackay. Kane Smith into Palm Beach Currumbin's side of the field. Xavier Kerisk on that occasion. Kerisk going nowhere. And 40 away here. Purdue out the back to Cumming. Can he get it away? The defence was too quick up in his face in Stevenson. And Anderson's knocked on there, surely. The second one surely has gone forward. It'll be a changeover nonetheless, I believe, or is he called the knock on? It doesn't really matter. It's a turnover.
They've done this a lot of times. They've come from outside in. Stevenson it was, then the left centre, the big number 3. Even though he's only still in year 11, rushing up. They've cut off that pass to an overlapped winger around about 3 or 4 times, Palm Beach Currumbin. So their defensive patterns have been good. And Drury, in those situations, it's all in the timing. You come up and you miss your mark, you've given the winger a clear run. So timing is the essence. And good work there from Stevenson, who's also a Queensland 18 schoolboy. So he's a talented young kid, year 11. He'll be back again next year for Palm Beach Currumbin.
St Pat's Mackay, desperate for some points. Inside the 30 is Smith now. And again, that man Tyler Shanderman asking questions of the Palm Beach Currumbin defenders. Smith, can he get a quick play the ball to advantage? So Kerrisk, and a little dummy there from Vens, looking to go all the way himself here, Bailey Vens. They've got Considine to the left here, very slow play the ball. So back out to Purdue, and he was under pressure, wasn't he? Got a kick away, but really it was Palm Beach Currumbin there through Credence Donovan. They weren't really under a lot of pressure, and they're able to deal with that.
Yeah, some good defence ultimately by Palm Beach Currumbin, kept the pressure on. Chance there, it was for Vens to possibly got over the try line at one stage, just couldn't get the body down low enough to score the points.
And their defence, David, has just simply been too good thus far in this game, Palm Beach Currumbin.
Yep, been outstanding. The tackling has been good, and that's the act of knocking guys over, obviously, but the defensive patterns have also been very, very strong. I've been impressed. They've snuffed out some risks that have come their way through their defensive patterns. So they'll be pretty comfortable and pretty happy with the way they've played today. 3-0. They haven't blown St Pat's off the park by any means. But the 3 tries they've scored were sparked, 2 of them anyway, by Peru.
The dulcet tones of Australian Test front rower David Wright, former Wavell State High School legend. Of course, he's also a brothers legend. He captained Wayne Bennett. He was an Orang Rooster, won a premiership in his first and only year there, I believe, and right up there with his rugby league career as well. He was a key cog in the building of Brisbane's Gateway Bridge. Here comes Stevenson for Palm Beach Currumbin. He's got St Pat's Mackay defenders on the back foot, and Sam Stevenson proving unstoppable.
We'll talk about a critical cog, and that was Stevenson, then straight up the middle of the ruck. They have basically scored their tries pretty much through the middle, and that's been concerning for St Pat's. Little step and go there by Karma, but then Stevenson, there's the play on, and then this is the attack play from here. Harrison, a couple of dummies back on the inside. Peru, beautiful pass. Peru puts it up there to Stevenson, who shrugs one away, gets rid of the fullback in coming. And Peru, he put a beautiful pass on in the match last week when he came on. His timing of his passes are perfect, and that's the key to all those good short balls. It's the split-second timing. You can't go early, you can't go late, and you can't go too hard either. And Stevenson was just running the gap. After that, he had to bustle through a few. We've just said he's a Queensland 18 schoolboy, signed by the Titans and only in year 11. That's a very well-balanced running style. But again, Peru, I like these fullbacks who get up in behind the play the balls like Kalen Ponga does. He gets up there, likes to lurk around and just wait for his chance. And that's what Peru is showing that he can do. He's been instrumental in 3 of the tries, if not direct try assists, certainly instrumental.
So Zane Harrison, 2 from 3 today with the boot. This one a simple assignment, and another 2 points for Palm Beach Currumbin. 20 points to 0. They lead, make that 22 points to 0. As we have a look at this wonderful effort from Sam Stevenson. He got the ball from Peru 20 metres out and did all the rest.
Harrison was the first receiver in that situation too. So he went right, Harrison, and then he had Peru back on his inside, and then on the inside of Peru against Stevenson.
Do they go short here, St Pat's, Roddy?
Mate, I think time is running out for them. I think they've just got to play the best footy they can. Sure, possession's important, mate, but it'll be very difficult to come back from here.
Come on, Roddy, never give up. Now, you mentioned Kalen Ponga moments ago. What do you make of his tackle against, the tackle on him, rather, against the Sharks from the weekend?
Mate, I'm glad you raised it, but I reckon it was, I could not believe the decision. I mean, late tackles are bad. It wasn't a late tackle, it was an early tackle. The guy was 5 metres offside that hit Ponga. The only reason he got him, because he had no time. Ponga thought he had more time. I think that was a shocking decision. It was dangerous and it should have been penalised. Ponga's out now injured after the great form he's been following. But early tackles from offside are even worse than late tackles.
I think just Karma's foot there just on touching the sideline. So just running out of space there, Palm Beach Currumbin. He's been in scintillating form, Kalen Ponga. What about the Reece Walsh tackle by Joseph Tapine in the Canberra Broncos game?
When he was slightly injured at the very last tackle of the match. Yeah, well, he probably deserved it. He was fiddling around. You can't fiddle at any stage in a rugby league game. You've got to be ready for any defensive play. So I had no problem with the tackle, but Ponga should learn from it. You never succumb in those situations to turn your back. Reece Walsh, I should say, you can't turn your back on it. So Reece Walsh would learn a lesson from that. His ribs would still be sore.
Doesn't happen very often, Roddy, but I agree with you on all counts, on both points that you raise.
I was really hot on that Ponga one, mate. I think if you come in early, that's a professional foul as well. You're offside by 5 metres. Ponga will hopefully recover.
Looks like Brady Turner.
Yep. He's played strongly in all the games I've seen them play this year. They've got an all-round good side, and Turner up front certainly does the job.
Jed Jackson back on. Replaced Tawa earlier, now he's replacing the other front row, and Brady Turner scored a try in the first half, did Jackson. 22-0 the score as we approach the final 5 minutes. St. Pat's Mackay and Palm Beach Currumbin. You're watching the 2023 Phil Hall Cup Grand Final. And the winner of this to take on Westfield Sports High in the National Schoolboys Championship game. In fact, it's officially called the NRL National Schoolboys Cup, to be decided on September 13th. A little bit of push and shove here. Boys getting a little bit restless, perhaps a little bit of frustration from St. Pat's Mackay because they've had such a stellar season. They're not used to this scoreboard, St. Pat's.
No, I think they've been undefeated up to this point, and a little bit of pushing and shoving. There would be some frustration there. They would be disappointed, I think, with the way they played today. There is a fair bit of feeling going on and a bit of verbaling as well. No time to provoke that now. Let's get on with a bit of footy. But they've been disappointing, St. Pat's. I've seen them play some really good footy this year. They haven't clicked in together. They haven't been allowed to, I might add. You can see on the jerseys there, the Palm Beach Currumbin boys are called the Reds. The referee just getting both skippers over to cool things off, and a little bit of time cools them off, but also I think that little bit of a chat, well done by the referee there, Connor Wilson, to just give time for players to settle things down.
So played by Balin Donald, who was in the thick of it all. And Palm Beach Currumbin have got one hand on the Phil Hall Cup. 22-0 they lead. Donald again, the lively Ranger, still rummaging his way forward. And Jet Jackson, what a game he's had. Over halfway. Smith was there for St. Pat's Mackay defensively. Finnegan, little turn and give.
That's a set piece, a little run-stop play. Didn't quite come off for them. We go a bit close to the defence, but they can often work.
Puru back on the inside. Very next play to Finnegan. Can he stay in the field of play? Only just, but does so. Palm Beach Currumbin, that's Cameron Bevan, out to Zane Harrison. And I think the fullback there in front of the kicker, surely Jake Lateo. It's taken by Bailey Anderson. No penalty called. Gee, I thought they were lucky not to give away a penalty there, Palm Beach Currumbin. Here's Shears. Determined run by the centre three-quarter. look at this kick from Zane Harrison. So St Pat's Mackay. Can they get some points before full time? There's Hayden Cumming, who has kept toiling away all game. And now Hunter Harris for St Pat's as Kerisk. Out to Purdue for the kick. Finds the turf. And a bouncing ball. Tricky one for Puru. But again, nothing seems to faze him. And he's through now, Ray Puru. Well, the Titans will be salivating the prospect of him. Of course, he's contracted with the Gold Coast Titans.
Where are they going to fit all these fullbacks? Keanu Keeney from Palm Beach last year. Jaden Campbell out injured at the moment. But he's a terrific... What I liked about that, Drew, was he wanted that ball to start with. He wasn't going to stand back and let his winger have it. He wanted to get the bouncing ball.
And Lateo, it looks like Puru's playing fullback and Lateo perhaps in the outside backs.
Yeah, he also comes in and plays a little bit in the middle as well. So... they've got a bit of flexibility there.
Zane Harrison, little dummy. 6 metres out centre of the park. Bevan at dummy half. He goes towards the outer side here. McConnell. Little dummy wants his second and gets his second. Bailey McConnell.
Well done there by McConnell. You take your chances. Have a look at Peru here. As I say, he wanted that ball. And this is why he wanted it, because he can do exactly this. Straight up the middle. It was only one last line of defence that brought him down. He'd beaten about 4 by then. But Bailey McConnell, the man in the headgear on that left-hand side, he's got a bit of a step. His second try, dummy and go. The defence now are tiring and sparse in the middle. They're gassed, St Pat's. They haven't had their best day, but these guys have. It has been clinical. They have really done a terrific job, Palm Beach Currumbin. Their defence has been first class in terms of being able to turn back St Pat's, Mackay, and their attack has been well organised. They've got, everyone knows their job. Coach Tim McCann would be extremely happy with the way they've gone about it. We've had 2 big wins today. This one, of course, Palm Beach Currumbin, and they've been terrific. And then there was the Queensland School Girls Final, where Mabel Park also put on a really polished performance in both attack and defence. So I'm very impressed. You know, the scoreline is good, but when you look about how they went about it, good defensive patterns, good tackling, move, all the things you need to do to put yourself in a dominant position, and then some good attack, and that was a classic example of what to do then. McConnell realising they're gassed. There's a few opportunities. Their spread will take him on. Well done.
So Zane Harrison. As the siren sounds, and Harrison, he's now 4 from 5. And to end a magical day for Palm Beach Currumbin, full-time score 28 points to 0.
Thank you, Scott, to your team. I would also like to acknowledge the NRL and the staff week in, week out that play their part in ground marshalling the games, helping support the teachers and pulling the teams together. And also it's really important that we acknowledge all the teachers and the work they do throughout this competition to make sure the students take the field, but are also supported within the classroom. So let's take the opportunity to thank those people and give them a round of applause. Before we go into handing out the medals, it's also important that we acknowledge the role that our match officials played in our finals here today. So if we could bring our match officials forward to present them with their medals. It's remiss of me also to thank 2 very important stakeholders here today. First and foremost, anyone wants to witness this afternoon, before we present their medals, I would just like to give a bit of context behind our Queensland Open Schoolboys competition here. Our cup has been named the Phil Hall Cup, and the reason is this great man standing here behind the cup is Phil Hall. The reason why we have Phil the Phil Hall Cup is to recognise his contribution to schoolboy rugby league right across Queensland. Phil retired many years ago, but continues to pour his passion, his heart and soul into supporting schoolboy rugby league across Queensland. On behalf of everyone here today, Phil, we'd like to acknowledge you and thank you for your support and ongoing contribution. Last but not least, crew, if we can welcome the captain from Currumbin, please, to make their way forward.
First of all, I'd just like to thank all the parents for coming out. It's really special to host a game like this. Thanks to the Cowboys and the NRL for hosting it here as well. Thank you. And I'd like to thank Centre Parts for the hard game. You stuck to it and good job to you. The Cowboys and the coaches come this far. That's been another one, eh?
I will just get the captain to call forward players from the biggest team.
One, Jake Layer. Two, Sonny Carl. Three, Sam Stevenson. Four, Tyson Forsman. Five, Chris Stolman. Six, Brandon Conn. Eight, who's that? Grady Turner. Nine, Will Saunders. 10, Jaden Taylor. 11, Bailey Miller. 12, Jack Villian. 13, Isaac Harrison. 4, Ray Carew. 15, Cameron Bevan. 16, Jace Williams. 17, Ethan Chitts. And 18, Jeff Jackson.
Without further ado, if we can please have Phil come forward with the cup. If we can have the captain, please head over to Willie. Our 2023 Queensland Schoolboy Cup champions. Congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause. Whilst